Hello, and welcome to the second season, 39th episode of Renaissance Weekly. So glad you could join us. We are Comicos. I'm Michael Closey. This is Michael D'Annunzio.
Yay! Mike, what's on the show today?
I'm glad you asked. Today on the show, we have a segment on National Cheeseburger Day,
Cheeseburger.
World Water Monitoring Day,
Water.
and a segment from Bobby here. But first, we've got a weather report from our very own weatherman, Walter Velligor. Walter, let's go with the weather.
Thanks, Mike. This week's forecast is Monday, cloudy, high of 75, low of 58. Tuesday, PM showers, high of 73, low of 52. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high of 72, low of 51. Thursday, sunny, high of 73, low of 53. Friday, mostly sunny, high of 76, low of 55. Now back to you, Mike.
Thanks, Walter. Today is National Cheeseburger Day, and with some information about that, here's our field reporter, Nicole. Nicole?
Thanks, Mike. America's favorite sandwich is honored on September 18th with a slice of cheese. It's National Cheeseburger Day. There are many theories to the beginning of the cheeseburger, dating back to the 1920s. One story suggests that Lionel Sternberger is reputed to have invented the cheeseburger in 1926 while working at his father's Pasadena, California sandwich shop, The Right Spot. During an experiment, he dropped a slice of American cheese on a sizzling hamburger. There are other claims of the invention of the cheeseburger. A cheeseburger appeared on a 1928 menu of Odell's at a Los Angeles restaurant, which listed a cheeseburger smothered with chili for 25 cents. Kaylin's restaurant, Louisville, Kentucky, says it invented the cheeseburger in 1934. Denver, Colorado, 1935. A trademark for the name cheeseburger was awarded to the Louis Ballast of the Humpty Dumpty Drive-In. According to the archives, Gospel found the Steak and Shake applied for a trademark on the World Cheeseburger in the 1930s. How to observe. To celebrate National Cheeseburger Day, gather some friends together and grill up some burgers with cheese, of course. Now back to you, Mike.
Thanks, Nicole. Those were some interesting facts about cheeseburger. It makes me want a cheeseburger. It makes me want to sing the cheeseburger song. But I'm not allowed to because then we'll get flagged. We don't have a recipe corner today due to the person being sick. Get better, and we'll have one soon. Because we would really like a cheeseburger recipe right now.
Yeah.
Dang. Anyways, we're sorry.
We're sorry.
Today is September 18th, and if you have a birthday today, this is going to be a great episode, guys. You celebrate it with the likes of, and this is just thrown together because we kind of rushed it. So, Tomoji Tanaho?
What?
Tomoji...
That says Tomoji Tanabe.
Tomoji Tanabe, a Japanese super
Centenarian.
who died in 2009 at the time of his death at the age of 113, was the world's oldest man for 2 years
And
146 days. If he would have been alive today, he'd be 122. Doing it backwards because it didn't get edited. The Greta Garbo, Swedish actress,
Swedish American actor,
who was died in 1990, would have been 112 today. Don't know who you are, sorry. Jack Warden, best
You
remembered.
skipped June for it.
I'll get to him. Jack Warden, since I already skipped June Foray, best remembered for his appearance in 12 Angry Men, Problem Child, and Dirty Dance, Dirty Work, who died in 2006, would have been 97.
It would have been really weird if he was in Dirty Dancing.
June Foray, legend voice actor who played the voice of Rocky the Flying Squirrel, Sylvester and Tweety, his grandmother,
He's great.
and who died earlier this year, would have been 100 today.
She was a lot of voices too, but those are like her most famous.
Robert Blake, American actor, producer, screenwriter, and murderer.
Really?
Yep, I believe it's the same Robert Blake.
Oh.
He turns whatever he turns today, because it's not listed.
He was born in 1933.
So 84? 84. We're going to say 84. Robert Big turns 84 today, folks. Fred Willard turns American actor and comedian who is best known for his portrayal as the fake Aslan in Epic movie, turns 78.
I'm really sure that's not his most.
I know he's done other things, but I don't care. Frankie Avalon, American singer and songwriter, an actor, really. I did not know that.
Singer and actor.
Wow, cool. Who I believe is like famous for that song December '69. I think that was them. Late December 69. I'm pretty sure that's the same person.
Okay.
He turned 77. John McAfee, Scottish American comedian program, computer program, not comedian program. Founder of McAfee. Is that the freaking virus thingy?
Yeah.
You suck, dude.
Oh God.
You suck.
I always thought it was McAfee.
You are turning 72. You suck. Your system sucks.
Oh my God.
Quote me. Ben Carson, neurosurgeon who worked at the Johns Hopkins Hospital, who ran for president last year, turns 66. James Gandolfini.
What?
James
Gandolfini.
Best known as Tony Soprano and The Sopranos, who died in 2013, would have been 56 today. Did not know he was dead.
Yeah, sadly he passed away. He was actually in a few movies after he died, so he has that weird distinction of.
Dan Povenmire,
Povenmire.
creator of Phineas and Ferb, Miles Murphy Law, as well as Dr. Doofenshmirtz and Vinny
Dakota.
He turns 54.
Yeah, he's the bad guy on Phineas and Ferb, and he's another character on Murphy's Law.
Yeah. Alicia Tyre, best known as the voice of Lana Kane on Archer, and as well as the host of Whose Line Is It Anyway, turns 47. The current Whose Line Is It Anyway, excuse me. We replaced that. The original host was Drew Carey.
Actually,
well, maybe somebody else.
There was a
like,
host before him, the British version.
Yeah, British version. Some weird dude. Lance Armstrong, 7-time Tour de France champion and founder of the Lance Armstrong Foundation and Livestrong bracelet, and has a missing testicle, turns 46. Jada Pinkett Smith, best known as the role for Matrix, the Nutty Professor, and the voice of Gloria the Hippo in Madagascar, as well as Fish Mooney on the hit Fox TV show, which everybody needs to be watching, Gotham, which returns Thursdays. So turn it on and watch it, because it needs to get back for another season. She turns 46. James Marsden, best known as Cyclops in the X-Men movies, turns 44. Ami Okanini, Japanese singer and voice actress, turns 44. Exhibit, famous rapper and actor, host of MTV Pimp My Ride, turns 43. Jason Sudeikis, best known as his appearance on SNL, Horrible Bosses, as well as the voice of Red the Angry Bird and Holt Richter and Timmy Kimmel on The Cleveland Show, he turns 42. And finally, Filthy Frank, Japanese-Australian YouTuber with 5.1 million subscribers, best known as his It's Time to Stop.
It's time to stop!
Turns 25. What a crazy list of birthdays. Happy birthday to all of you.
Wow, I didn't know some of those people had birthdays today.
Me neither, and I did all the research.
Sure you did. Moving on, today is World Water Monitoring Day, and with some information on that, here's Rita. Rita?
Hi, Rita.
Thank you, Mike. World Water Monitoring Day. World Water Monitoring Day was established in 2003 by America's Clean Water Foundation as a global education outreach program that aims to build public awareness and involvement in protecting water resources around the world by empowering citizens to carry out basic monitoring of their local water bodies. Roberta Savage, JCWF's president and CEO, created WWMD, and Edward Moyer was the first WWMD coordinator. A simple test kit enables everyone, children and adults, to sample local water bodies for a set of water quality parameters, including temperature, acidity, pH, clarity, and dissolved oxygen. Results are then shared with participating communities around the globe through the WWMC website. World Watering Monitoring Day is celebrated on September 18th. It was initially chosen to be a month later to recognize the anniversary of the U.S. Clean Water Act, which was enacted by the U.S. Congress in 1972 to restore and protect the country's water resources. In 2007, the date was changed to facilitate participation in parts of the world where temperatures reached freezing at that time. In 2006, ACWS transferred coordination of the event of the Water Environment Federation, WEF, and the International Water Association, WA. The collective goal was to expand participation to 1 million people in 100 countries by 2012. In January 2015, the management of World Water Monitoring Day was again transferred, this time to Philip Costo's additional educational nonprofit Earth Echo International. 2008 saw students from Indonesia to Arkansas taking part in water sampling to bring attention to importance of water quality. Takes place on September 18th. Thank you, Mike. Back to you.
Thanks, Rita. Today is September 18th, and on this day in history, in 1502, Christopher Columbus lands at Honduras on his fourth and final voyage. In 1679, New Hampshire becomes a country for the Massachusetts Bay Colony. Or, excuse me. Let me read that one. In 1679, New Hampshire becomes a county of the Massachusetts Bay Colony. In 1759, during the 7 Years' War, the British captured Quebec City. In 1793, the first cornerstone of the Capitol building is laid by George Washington. In 1809, the Royal Opera House in London opens. In 1837, Tiffany & Company, first name Tiffany & Young, is founded by Charles Louis Tiffany and Teddy Young in New York City. The store is called a stationery and fancy goods emporium. In 1850, the U.S. Congress passes the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850. In 1851, the first publication of the New York Daily Times, which later becomes the New York Times, it happened. In 1870, Old Faithful Geyser is observed and named by Henry D. Washburn during the Washburn-Langford-Dunn expedition to Yellowstone. In 1873, the U.S. bank J. Cook & Company declares bankruptcy, triggering a series of bank failures, dubbed the Panic of 1873. In 1895, Booker T. Washington delivers the Atlanta Compromise Address. In 1919, Netherlands gives women the right to vote. Good job, Netherlands. Also in 1919, Fritz Pollard becomes the first African American to play professional football for a major team, the Akron Hawks. In 1922, Hungary is admitted to the League of Nations. In 1927, the Columbia Broadcasting System, or CBS, goes on air. In 1934, the USSR is admitted to the League of Nations. In 1939, Lord Haha begins transmitting pro-Nazi, anti-Allied propaganda. I just wanted to say that because I saw Lord Haha. In 1945, General Douglas MacArthur moves his command headquarters to Tokyo. In 1947, United States Air Force becomes an independent branch of the United States Armed Forces. 1947, also, the National Security Council and Central Intelligence Agency are established in the United States under the National Security Act. 1948, Margaret Chase Smith of Maine becomes the first woman elected to the United States Senate without completing another senator's term, which she defeats Democratic opponent Adrian Skolton. In 1959, Vanguard 3 is launched to Earth's orbit. 1960, Fidel Castro in New York City as the head of the Cuban delegation to the United Nations. In 1960, Fidel Castro arrives in New York City as the head of the Cuban delegation to the United Nations. In 1962, Burundi, Jamaica, Rwanda, and Trinidad and Tobago are admitted to the United Nations. 1964, North Vietnamese Army begins infiltration of southern Vietnam.
Geez, there's a lot of crap happening here this day.
1973, the Bahamas, East Germany, and West Germany are admitted to the United Nations. Apparently this day is dedicated to people going into the United Nations. In 1977, Voyager 1 takes the first photograph of the Earth and the Moon together. 1980, Soyuz 38 carries 2 cosmonauts, including 1 Cuban, to the Salyut 6 space station. 1981, the Assemblée Nationale votes to abolish capital punishment in France. Very professional.
No, sorry.
In 1984, Joe Kittinger completes the first solo balloon crossing of the Atlantic. In 1990, Liechtenstein becomes a member of the United Nations. In 1997, United States media magnate Ted Turner donates $1 billion to the United Nations.
Gee, yeah, like you said, United Nations.
In 1997, anti-personnel mine ban convention is adopted. 2001, the first mailing of anthrax letters from Trenton, New Jersey in the 2001 anthrax attacks happened. And finally, in 2014, Scotland votes against independence from the United Kingdom.
Wow. Was not aware of those dates in history, Mike. Thanks.
You're welcome. You know, Mike, here at the Renaissance Club, we do a lot of work. We also combine work with pleasure, which where our social events come into play. Last week, we played Uno, Liar's Dice, and watched the Patriots game.
Yeah. Go Patriots. And now, it's our segment from our very own, most electrifying member,
The Rock?
the one, the only, wait for it, Bobby there!
Oh, our executive producer.
Let's check it out.
Hi everybody, Bobby D here, executive producer of the Renaissance Weekly. I buy a pictures, and a video of what I did this summer at Lasha Ballpark. Let's start off with June 25th, my friends. Or is it June 26th? It was Bark in the Park night at Lasha Ballpark, and we had special guests, the crew from PJ Masks. And then on July 7th, we had Kiss. Right in this. And here's me with the entire Kiss crew. The day after that was Star Wars night. You know, me with a stormtrooper, Luke Skywalker, aka The Force Awakens. Here's a cute little hot soldier with a stormtrooper. And I gotta fix that one. And my little hero, Tom Brady. Whoops! No, it's Darth Vader. Yep. I got a little Patriots thing with Tom Brady. People call him the Evil Empire. And this is the jersey that I got from the Little Spinners, which I paid for in advance. It is the same jersey that the ball players wore during the game. And then the night after that was Paw Patrol, where Chase and a cute little puppy are there. Yep, aren't they cute? And it was also, they are also giving away these Chase bobbleheads. I got 2 of them, and they both went to my grandnephews, Jameson and Jax. Then on July 17th, I met Jose Santiago, one of the members of the 1967 Impossible Dream Team. I met Shooter McGavin, Christopher McDonald, and you know from Happy Gilmore, he was also on some other shows too. And I also got an autograph picture of him. Also, a couple of days later, it was Andrew Benintendi bobblehead night. Also, on the Saturday after that was Malcolm Mitchell Day, when Malcolm Mitchell showed up to the Spinners ballpark and I had a good time. with him. I met him real good. And I also got an autographed picture of him. And yes, it was also Pirate Night. Oh boy. One day there was a Jackie Bradley Jr. bobblehead set. And you know, it was like the ski jump. So we had to put it together. On August 3rd, Ted DiBiase showed up. The $1 Million Man. Ted DiBiase. And he was good. Then, August 4th, I was having my lunch dates with my favorite girls. Elsa, cute hottie. Cindy, who's delicious. Anna, sweetheart. And Jasmine. Oh, I'd like to have a cup of tea that time. It was also, and then during that time, also one day, was Rick Porcello bobblehead night. I'm not telling you, but I guess I have the video. Opening my ceremonial first pitch, I was singing Hooked on a Feeling. And then you'll see when I get to the climactic part. And then I go, here we go. I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love. Now back to regular pictures. So on August 12th, I got my face painted. And I also got a haircut too with the pediatric kids cancer thing. And see, with a shaved head, because on August 13th, it was Power Ranger night, and I was jigging it up with the blue Power Ranger. And I also made Power Ranger slime, and they were giving away wiffle balls and bats. And then on August 24th, I was lucky enough to join in a meet and greet with Farkle from Girl Meets World, Corey Bogomanis. There was a bunch of teenage girls in that building, and the thing was electric. Wait a minute. Tennis ball. That went to my grandniece, Megan. I don't know if she knows Corey Bogomanis, but I know her new friends in Kingsborough High do. I was king of the world one night. I even got my grandniece Kennedy a milligator. And to top it all off, Labor Day was when we got our Mookie Betts bobbleheads. And the season ended with a doubleheader because one of the games got suspended due to the fact there was a thunder and lightning storm. So the last game of the season was on September 7th, and then at the end of the game, we had a season ticket holder goodbye barbecue. And it had everything. Burgers, hot dogs, fries, pizza, pulled pork, pulled chicken. You name it, they had it. And they had soda and all that. That's what was at the end. And we said goodbye to all the players and all that. And I can tell you everything. So, I'm back, and my season is over with the Spinners, and I'll see you guys in November. Now, back to the studio.
Good to see Bob back.
Indeed. Hey, Mike. Why are frogs so happy?
Why are frogs so happy?
Happy.
Oh, happy. Alright, why is frogs so happy?
Because they eat what bugs them.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Michael Closey.
I'm Michael D'Annunzio.
Thanks for joining us once again here at Renaissance Weekly. Remember, folks, life always offers you a second chance. Just call tomorrow.
This episode is also sponsored by Orville. Watch it. This needs to stay on the air for a very long time. It is awesome.
Oh, I most certainly agree.
Yes. I laughed my butt off the entire episode. Even though it was like some serious parts, I just could not stop laughing. The jokes with, like, it literally sounded like Data, but he wasn't Data. Like, the guy looks like Worf, and
Yeah.
like, it's just so Star Trek with Seth MacFarlane. Watch it. It's on. If you haven't
Fox.
seen it, it's on Fox. It's on demand. You can watch it on demand, but you need to check it out. It's on again this Sunday, and I think it's going to be switched to a different date. But check it out. We sponsor it for free. For free.
Wow. Let's see what he has to say. Good to see Bob back.
Good to, yeah, definitely good to see Bob back.
Changing the script because we don't have anybody.
Nobody likes us. We do it all. It's all us, folks. No, don't let it fool you. We do it all.
E equals MC squared. Und Gliebe Glaube Globen.
This episode is brought to you by Mike the Therapist. I don't get paid, but I deal with drama.
Thanks, Walter.
That's right.
Oh, that's you.
Anyways. Say something about Kathy Wednesday. Fred Willard, American actor and comedian, who's been in movies such as he was in, I believe, an Epic movie. He played like the fake Aslan,
Okay.
and a few other weird
Kind
movies.
of a weird choice.
You know, the only one I can think of that I know off the top of my head. He turns 6 years younger than what the last guy was.
Well, 1939.
So what did I just say? He's 4. So 6 years. So 7. Fred.
How old is this
Yeah,
guy?
yeah,
He's a year older. New running gag.
Yeah. She does.
Bazinga.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, you gonna watch his new show?
Maybe. Probably. Sorry, folks.
Mostly sorry me while I'm editing. Man, did you get a new crack in your screen?
Yeah, probably. Anyways.
And tonight, 79 United States meets let me try it. Moving on, today is September 18th, and on this day in history,
Let's say that.
okay, well, that's the order we usually do it. I don't know why we're doing it this differently, but okay. Moving on, today is
World.
Sorry. Moving on, today is World Monitoring. Missed it again?
Yeah.
Doesn't help that it's skew, so I can't exactly see it very well.
Water monitoring day.
Mm-hmm. Moving on, today is National World Monitoring. Not easy. This is what-
Moving on,
this is-
today is World Monitoring Day.
It's just not even right either.
No, wait. Moving on, today is World Water Monitoring Day.
There you go. Now that it's got that sound in the background.